Hi there, welcome. My name is Laura. Join me as we discuss leading edge improvements in tech design to enhance your horse's performance. Today we'll be talking with designer and developer of these innovative products, Linda Hawk, and get insight from two horse show judges, not one, but two, and why it's so important. My name is Laura. Welcome to Equestrian Skill Builders live broadcast, where we discuss equestrian related topics and share ideas and exercises to help you or your riders. If you'd like to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, or generally like other horsey related stuff, then stay tuned because my guest today, Linda Hawk of Tapestry Equine Products, and co-host Patricia Jellerson, USEF Large R Judge. Patricia and I will share some excellent information to help you improve your performance and answer questions. You ready to go?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your first product.
Well, the first product that I launched back in 2009 at a U.S. trade show I've called it the Spursuader Spur. But nonetheless, again, just a lifetime of watching horses. I'd be sitting there in a golf cart at a horse show as an official, and you can just sit there and watch what people do, either, with their hands, with their spurs, whatever. And you'd see a horse, with the rider, with a Prince of Wales or a hammerhead, and you'd see the ears go back and the tail swish and the teeth grinding. And I would just think that, that's too much of a reaction. Again, I have a lifetime of thoroughbreds off the racetrack, and most of those guys are sensitive and they want to go forward. And I thought there's got to be a kinder way. I need to ask you instead of telling. And so I got thinking, okay, well, your typical spur, which, has such a blunt point, and it really is a poke and a jab. I thought it needed to be a bigger contact surface with no sharp edge. So I had asked an old neighbor of mine who had his own tool and die. I said, can you do me a favor? Put a loonie on the end of a traditional pair of spurs, and I've got to try them. I've got to see if they're going to actually get the response that I thought they would. So he did that, and the first horse I ever put them on was a big 16 hand thoroughbred off the track, and he was opinionated. It was a Sienno cat, and I thought I would never put a traditional pair of spurs on him. He was just that kind of personality. And I thought, you know what? When I got on him, I said, Royal, this is a big day. You don't know how big a day this is. And so I started warming him up, and when I started to do the lateral work and started to use the Spursuader, got exactly what I wanted, and his ears never moved. And I thought, aha, that's...
So what is it? What's so different about the design that helped this horse not pin his ears? Or
well, the Spursuader is a disc surface. So again, it literally is the size of a Canadian loonie. There's no sharp edges. So when you close your leg, and I have a video on my website that shows you that, no, you don't need to turn your toes out. You don't need to change your leg. But when you close your leg, you'll make a 3/4 contact with that disc surface and the inside edge. So think of your boot as being a flat piece of contact surface. Well, then the Spursuader just focuses it. It concentrates it. Now I'm going to ask instead of tell. A poke and a jab versus, can I ask you to move over? Can I ask you to move over?
Patricia, now, from a judge's perspective, what do you see from the judge's box that may or may not think that it's a good idea?
Well, I definitely see a lot of horses pinning their ears and swishing their tails, and that is something that I take into consideration. You don't want a nice performance ruined by an unpleasant attitude, and that can easily happen. So it definitely makes it into my marks when that's the case.
And it's not just thoroughbreds either, is it?
Oh, no, across the board for sure.
Usually those chestnut mares, they don't like too much those.
No, in fact, that's the first thing I thought when I saw these. I have to get some and try them on our chestnut mare.
Here's this Spursuader spur. Now, just for fun, compare that spur to just for fun, I got this. Now, when people say they're going to get their spurs, for non-horse people, I think this is what most non-horse people think of when they think, okay, I'm going to go get my spurs. They think of this fancy thing,
wow.
Right? And then I found this one, and Patricia, I thought of you because of the books you're writing. This is a 17th century iron prick spurs. I guess they're pricks.
Wow.
And I said to Linda, I said, it looks like something you'd roast a hot dog over a fire with. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
You don't get a sense of how long this is. Does it say how long it is, that length?
Oh, I can tell because it's as long as the stem of the spur.
As the shank is, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which would you rather have in your stomach or your rib
Either
cage?
one of those.
Yeah.
Or
There's lots of pictures on my website and on my Instagram page, which is at Tapestry Equine Products, that actually show the spurs on riders' boots. And riders will always say to me, once you put them on, you don't even know you have them on. You totally forget about them. And one of my biggest fans for this Spursuader is Hall of Fame rider and coach Bernie Traurig. Loves them for those sensitive horses.
So from your website, you have a kinder, more humane spur created with sensitive horses in mind, ideal for amateur riders who do not want to use a sharper spur. And then you say, the reason I developed the spur was in large part my experience riding sensitive horses, particularly thoroughbreds, how they overreacted to a traditional spur, how some would get tense right away. And that got me thinking that there must be another way to get our point across to the horse without offending or creating tension. Awesome. And you did it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And my final words are, go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Right? I try to say that every time.
Okay.
And then there's that.
Perfect.
Thanks now. See you next week. Bye.
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 Bye.